This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we were trying to create individual organizational elements configuration, right? We have created individual organizational elements, right? So now we wanted to do a relationship maintenance, right? What is this here? Right. So yesterday we created individual org elements, right? Like we created the plants, right? So we created TM11, TM12, and TM13, and we said these three plants belongs to a company code TM10, and we created TS11, TS12, and TS13. These are the three plants, and we said these plants belongs to a company code TS10, right? Then we said TP11, TP12, and TP13. These are the three plants which belongs to a company code TP10. That is what we discussed. But how your system will come to know that you created these three plants specific to this company code only, right? How your system will come to know? You need to make some relationship between the company code TM10 and the plants TM11, TM12, and TM13. Right? You need to make some relationship over here. Also, we said we created a central purchase organization, right? We created a company code specific purchase organization. That is, every company code will have its own purchase organization. But how your system will come to know? This purchase organization belongs to a TM10 company code, and this belongs to a TS10 company code. And we created plant specific purchase organizations. PSP1 belongs to TM11 plant. PSP2 belongs to TM12 plant. But how your system will come to know? This purchase organization belongs to this plant. So you need to maintain some relationship between this plant and purchase organization. That is nothing but, in SAP terminology, we will call it as assignment. Right? So till yesterday we were able to create individual organizational elements. We need to make a relationship between these organizational elements, right? So let me go to the system. So the company code should be available first. This should be created by a finance consultant, right? So he will create and he will let us know. Once these are created, we will see whether these company codes are available or not, right? So I will go to the system. I will go to the I will try to open it. Right, so now I will go to the SPRO. I will go to SAP reference implementation guide. Then I will go to the enterprise structure. So under definition, we have defined each and every individual components till now. Now we need to make assignments or the relationships. Where we will do that? We will do that under assignment part. Right, I will go to the assignment. Right, so here I will see, I will go to the logistics general, right? So I will go to the logistic general. So we have created 9 plants. Every 3 plant will have one company code assigned to it. So we need to assign these 3 plants to a TM10 company code. These 3 to TS10. These 3 to TP10. So we need to assign the plant to a company code, right? So I will go to the, before that we need to ensure these company codes are already available within the system, and it should be created by a finance team. We will see whether these company codes are created or not. Where I will see, I will go to the definition, I will go to the financial accounting, I will go to the edit, copy, delete, check company code. I will go to the edit company code data. So I will find it. I will put TM10 over here. I will put TM10 here. Okay, so the company code is not created. And TS10, we will see TS10, and we will see TP10. If these plants are created or not, these company codes are not created. Right? So normally it will be created by a finance consultant in the real-time projects. But here we do not have a finance consultant. I will try to create on my own. So I will go to the copy, delete, check company code. I just double click on it over here. So I will go to the copy organizational object. I will take any one of the exits and I will try to create two company code. Right. So I will try to create TM10. Right. So I want to create TM10. The same way how I created the plant, right? We also need to do in the same manner. Right. So it's taking a little bit of time. So the company code now TM10 is copied and created with reference to A3000. I will also create TS10 and TP10. Right, I will take 3000. I will try to create TS10 as well. Right, so I also created TS10. I will also create TP10. Right, so I am able to create it for TP10 as well. TM10, TS10 and TP10, these are the new company codes that are created now. Right, I will go back and I will go to the edit company code data. So I will put TM10. I will change the TM10 company code description. Right, so I will change it to Tata Motors Private Limited. I will change this to Tata Motors Private Limited. So I just changed it. I will go to TS10. TS10. I will also change the Tata Steel Private Limited. Right. So then I will also find it out TP10. I will change it to Tata Projects Private Limited. Let me try to save this particular configuration. Alright, so now I will go back. Right, so we are now able to create the company codes, right? But in the real-time project, this will be taken care by a finance consultant. We need not to worry about it. So then I will go to the SN plant to a company code. I will go to the SN plant to a company code. So what is our plants? Our plants are TM11, 12, 13, right? So I will go to the position. I will put TM11. So my TM11, 12, 13 plants are now assigned to RJ01, which is wrong. Right? So I need to delete this wrong entry. I will save it. Then TS11, 12, 13. So I will go to the TS11, 12, 13. So TS11, 12, 13 also assigned to RJ01. I will delete this entry. Then TP11, 12, 13. So I will go to the position. I will put TP11, 12, 13. So TP11, 12, 13 also assigned to a wrong company code. Instead, it should assign to a company code TP10, right? So I will delete this wrong assignment. I will save it. Right, I will save it. I will now go back. Right, so I have now assigned plant to a company code. So I will go to the SN plant to company code. I will go to the new entries. I have deleted the wrong entries. Now I need to assign the correct entries, right? So TM10 is the company code, which has TM11 plant. Again, TM10 company code will have plant TM12. Again, TM10 company code will have TM13. Again, TS10 company code will have TS11, TS10, TS12, TS10, TS13. Then TP10, right? So TP10 company code is TP11. Again, TP10 company code TP12. Again, TP10 company code TP13. So every company code will have three plants, and we need to make assignment like this so that our system will be able to understand what is the relevant company code for the relevant plant. Right, so let me now try to save it. So I can create a new customizing request. So plant to company code assignment configuration. right? So let me try to save it. So like this. So in SAP, one plant can be assigned to only one company code only. You cannot assign one plant to multiple company codes. But one company code can have multiple plants assigned to it. So that is the funda, right? So one company code can have multiple plants, like our company code TM10 has three plants assigned to it. But one plant cannot be assigned to multiple company codes. Let us say TM11 is assigned to a TM10 company code. I am assigning again TM11 to TP10. We will see will it accept or not. So TM11. I am assigning TM11 to another plant, another company code, which will not allow. So plant TM11 is already assigned to company code TM10. You cannot assign to a TP10 again. So that is how it works. So one plant can be assigned to a only one company code. You cannot assign one plant to multiple company codes, but one company code can have multiple plants assigned to it. Right? So now what next? So the next is we have assigned plant to a company code. Now I will go to the materials management, assign purchase organization to a company code. Right? We have a purchase organization specific to a company code, right? We have company code specific purchase organization, right? Where is that? We created CCP7 and we said it is relevant for a TM10 company code, right? So I will go to the position, the purchase organization CCP7, right? So this is a company code specific purchase organization. What is the relevant company? The relevant company is TM10. And CCP company, that is TS10, right? And for CCP9, what is the relevant company? That is TP10, right? So every purchase organization will have its own company code, which is nothing but a company code specific purchase organization. Then what else? So we have assigned a company code to a specific purchase organization over here. Let me try to save it. Then what else we have? Purchase organization to a plant, right? We defined multiple purchase organizations specific to each and every plant. Any doubts? Are you asking any doubt? Are you asking any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so every plant will have its own purchase organization, right? So we need to assign purchase organization to a plant specific purchase organization. I will go to the new entries. We have these many purchase organizations, right? Every purchase organization has its own plant, right? So these are the three plants, right? So every plant will have its own purchase organization. Then we also mentioned, right? So there is a central purchase organization. So central purchase organization will do the procurement for all company codes. When I say central purchase organization will do the procurement for all the plants that are falling under a group, we have these many plants, right? So this is the plant. Then we have this plant. So every plant needs to assign to a central purchase organization. So what is our central purchase organization? CEPO, right? So we have created CEPO as a central purchase organization. So we need to assign a central purchase organization for all the plants. That's why we are calling that particular purchase organization as a central. That means it will do the procurement for all the plants that are falling under a company. So I will go to the new entries. I will enter the central purchase organization. So I will also put plant over here. Right, so I will assign and I save it. So central purchase organization also we need to assign to each and every plant. So, right, so now I will go back. I will go back. So now we have a standard purchase organization to a plant, right? So we have created three standard purchase organizations, one for one company code, right? So we have created STZ1 for TM10 company code, STZ2 TS10, STZ3 TP10. That means STZ1 will be assigned to all the plants that belongs to a company code TM10, right? So when I say STZ1, it will do the procurement for TM10 company code. That means it will do the procurement for the plants that are falling under TM10 company code. That is the meaning, right? So what are the plants? These are the plants. These plants will have STZ1 as a standard purchase organization. These will have STZ3 and these will have STZ2. Right, so we need to make this assignment as well. Where we will do that? Under standard purchase organization to a plant. I will go over here. So I will find out the plant that is TM11. Right, so TM11, I will find out the plant. What is the STZ1, right? So for TM11, STZ1 is the standard purchase organization. For TM12 also STZ1 and TM13 also STZ1. Right, then for TS11 plant STZ2 and TS12 STZ2 and TS13 STZ2. Then we have TP11 plant, right? For TP11 STZ3, TP12 STZ3 and TP13 STZ3. So like this we need to maintain the plant to standard purchase organization configuration. Let me save it. Right, so like this we need to assign a plant to a individual standard purchase organization. Then what else we have? We have assign purchase organization to a reference purchase organization. So I am making Central purchase organization, reference to a plant specific purchase organization. So that whatever may be the prices that are negotiated at central purchase organization level can also be used at a plant specific purchase organization level. Right, so what I will do, I will go to the assign purchase organization to a reference purchase organization. Then I will go to the new entries. So this is the plant specific purchase organization, right? What are the plant specific purchase organizations? PSZ1, right? So we need to make a plant specific purchase organization relevant for or reference for central purchase organization. Then PSZ2 is relevant for central purchase organization. PSZ3 is relevant for central purchase organization. Referencing. I am referencing plant specific to a central purchase organization. PSZ4 I will be referencing to a central purchase organization. PSZ5 I will be referencing to a central purchase organization. PSZ6 PSZ7 PSZ8 PSZ9 I am referencing to a central purchase organization. So like this, we need to reference a central purchase organization to a plant specific purchase organization so that whatever may be the prices that are negotiated at central purchase organization can also be used at a plant specific purchase organization. Right, so let me try to save it. Right, so like this, we need to make assignments between a reference purchase organization. Then what else we have? So the next activity is purchasing group assignments. So purchasing group is a individual entity. So you are not going to assign a purchase group to any one of the other organizational element. Suppose if you go to any interview, in the interviewer can ask you, I have a purchasing group. I want to assign to any of the other organizational elements. Then you need to tell purchasing group is the individual entity. It will not be assigned to any of the organizational element. So like that you need to tell. Right. So then, so with this we are now able to complete the organizational structure, SAP organizational structure. Like we created plant, we created storage location, we created purchase organizations, we created a purchasing group. Then we also made the relationship between these organizational elements. We assigned a company code to plant, we assigned a purchase organization to a company code, we assigned a purchase organization to a plant, then we also assigned the reference purchase organization to a standard purchase organization, etc. Right, so then purchasing group there will not be any assignments, instead it is a individual entity. That is what we have to tell to the interviewer. Then what next? So the next activity is then what next? The next activity is any doubts on the organizational structure? Sandeep, do you have any doubts on organizational structure?
No, sir, no, sir. But I have to understand by practicing it, sir.
Yeah, practice is important, right? So tomorrow you are
Yeah.
coming, right? So you can get the
Yes, sir.
access.
Tomorrow I'm going to offline only, sir. Today I'm starting
What?
from Visa.
Okay. So then,
Yeah.
so we are able to create the organizational structure now. Then what is the next activity? The next activity is based upon the organizational structure we have defined. We need to create various types of master data in SAP MM. Right? So we have 7 types of master data in SAP MM. Right? So master data in SAP MM. So the first and foremost master data in SAP MM is material master data. So material master data is the first and foremost master data. Then we have vendor master data. Then we have service master data. Then we have purchasing info records. Info records. Then we have condition records. Then we have quota arrangement. Then source list. So these are the 7 master data that are available in SAP MM. Right. So what is the first and foremost master data is the material master data. So what is the material master data? Like in your organization, if you are running an organization, you will be buying various types of materials into a organization, right? Like you will have various categories of the materials. Like let us say, just for your understanding purpose, I am running a steel industry. So what is the raw material that you are using in the steel industry? Like I will use iron ore as a raw material. I will also use sponge iron as a raw material, right? So I will be using sponge iron as a raw material, right? So these are the raw materials which will be used in the steel industry. Then if your industry is a plastic molding industry, let us say your industry is a plastic molding industry, right? So you are using PP granules as a PP granules as a raw material or ABS granules as a raw material, right? So if your industry is a cement company, right? Cement industry. So what are the raw materials that will be used in the cement industry? Like you will have gypsum is one of the raw material. You will have a limestone, right? And limestone, then sand, lime, right? Clay. All these things are raw materials, right? So based upon the type of the industry, you are going to buy various raw materials. So all these materials are falling under a material type raw materials. So we have one material type in SAP known as a raw material. So for the raw materials, the material type is ROH. So SAP standard material type for the raw materials is ROH. Right? So this is one category of the materials. Then you will have one more category of the materials known as spare materials. Right? Spare materials like SAP standard material type for the spare materials are ERSA. Right? What are the examples of the spare materials? Like you have bearing is one of the spare material. Right? Then you have motor. Then you have then we built. All these are spare materials, right? Like we will have thousands of materials in an organization which will be used as a spare materials. So we will be creating all spare materials under the material category known as spare materials. Right, then you will have a packaging materials. The SAP standard material type for the packaging materials are VERP, known as packaging materials. What are the examples of the packaging materials? Like you will have the cotton box, right? Cotton box is one of the packaging material. Then polythene cover is one of the packaging material. Then thermocol is one of the packaging material. So like that, if you see in SAP there are 20 to 30 different material types are there. Like we have a finished material, right? So finished product. So if I am running a cement company, the 50 bag cement, 50 kg cement bag is one finished product. Is one finished product, right? If I am running a plastic molding industry, one complete plastic chair is a finished product, right? Plastic chair. So SAP standard material type for the finished product is FERT. Then semi-finished product, right? So like HALB is the SAP standard semi-finished material, right? So like there will be so many semi-finished material. If I take engine as a finished product, right? In my company, I am producing engines. Within the engine, there is a gearbox. So gearbox is a semi-finished material, right? So engine is a finished product. Then I will call gearbox assembly as a semi-finished material. So like that, if you see the standard SAP, there are so many 20 to 25 different materials are created. I will try to show it to you. So if I go to the logistics general, if I go to the 1 minute logistic general, right? I will go to logistic general. Then we have material master. Then we have basic settings. Then we have material types. So if I go to the define attributes of the material types, So I can see there are 83 material types created over here, but since it is a test system, people are creating their own material types, but you will have some of the SAP standard material types, like you will have ROH. ROH is the SAP standard material type for the raw materials. Then you will have spare materials. So spare parts is ERSA. Then packaging materials, VERP, right? So VERP is the packaging materials. Then FERT is the finished materials, right? Then HALB is the semi-finished materials. Then you will have trading goods. Means if you are doing a trading business, then Hava is the SAP standard material type for the trading goods. Consumables, like if you are procuring oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, or acetylene gas in your company, so those materials will be called as a operating supplies or consumables. So operating supplies or the consumables you will be creating under operating supplies category, etc. So non-stock materials, NLAG, right? NLAG is the non-stock materials. It's like that. There are so many material types defined in SAP. You need to use these materials based upon your company industry type. Alright, so you need to select these material types and create the materials accordingly. Okay, so we will stop it here today and we will see tomorrow. Right, so actually my voice is not clear, so we will continue tomorrow. Yeah, is it fine, Sandeep?
Yes, sir, no issues. I will come tomorrow offline.
Okay then. Okay then. Thank you. Bye bye. I am closing the session. Thank you. Bye.